All right. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am finally sitting down today and doing my classroom tour. If you are new here, I am a 4th grade teacher. It is my 3rd year teaching, but 1st year teaching 4th grade. Now, it is the end of the year, so my classroom looks a little bit like a disaster, but I figured before I take all the decorations down, I would show you guys what my classroom looks like, what I use some things for. Now, there are going to be some books piled everywhere, but that's just the reality of the end of the year and what things look like now. But I want to go through and show you guys, especially for people who are trying to get inspiration for next year for what you want your classroom to look like. Let's get started and I will take you around the classroom. Okay, so this is like when you enter my classroom. The door is here. Actually, let me show you guys. I have a cute sign out here. So I have my little Miss Himmelho sign here. I need to remember to take these down. The greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow. So this is, you know, where the kids enter the classroom. And then this is how the room is set up so far. Well, so far for the whole year, it's really been set up like this. Over here on this side, I always meant to make like a cute classroom store sign, but I never got around to it. But this is the classroom store that I have. I'm really trying to get the kids to buy things today and tomorrow, really, so that I can just get rid of everything that's here. And then I have some anchor chart paper here that I was using throughout the year. So this is our little school store section. And then over here is my small group table. Like I said, I'm organizing a bunch of books and trying to get all this stuff cleaned up, put away for the end of the year. This is where I was doing all of my small group centers. And then I had this whiteboard here that I was using during instruction for those small group. Back here, I kept some materials that I was using throughout the year during small group time. These are little magnetic readers, just books that have stories, passages, questions to go through with the kids. I have like my little materials here. And then each table group has a little caddy, and my school bought these materials for me, so these are staying here. But you know, it has the typical like pencils, erasers, highlighters, glue sticks, scissors, all the things that we need. And then I also have whiteboards for the kids. I didn't really end up using these that much this year. I've used them the past couple of days just for fun, like end of the year stuff. And then in here, I did have some resources for the kids to use, but they're over there now. And then those big reading books were at the bottom here. But I do need to clean these out and get these all pretty for the end of the year. And then I also had these for writing. Like I had little resources for them for their table groups. We used that more at the beginning of the year. It was a good way to keep everything organized and they didn't have to stand up to get all their materials all the time. Let's talk about my table area. So I used to have a big monitor here, but I already kind of took that down and put it away. But yeah, I had a nice big monitor with my laptop, keyboard, the whole thing. We've had to put all of that away now. But I have cute little things that I feel like I've collected this year, things that my partner teacher has given me. I had this from the beginning of the year, my little potato. And then these are things that students have bought me throughout the year. And then just my pencils, have some things to organize. Obviously have some hand sanitizer over here. And then, yeah, I have my planner. And under here, I keep all of my teacher notebooks that we use because I would show it up on the board while I did it. So I had all my stuff here. We have a printer in here. My Treat People with Kindness sign, which I'm going to take down today. It's missing a couple letters. Lasted most of the year. Have some artwork from students up there too. And then as far as organization stuff, my school also bought me this. This is where I kept my copies for most of the year. Over here, I just have a bunch of different bins for a bunch of different things. And yeah, I feel like I'm really just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff and organize right now. But this little compartment here is where I put all their work and then pass it back out to them. And then if we come here, let's just look at the board. Very grateful to have a new line board. I used that all year. That was my ride or die. We have not had computers this week, and it has really showed me how important it is for them to have their computers. And then here I would write what was going on in the week. Obviously I've not changed this because today's Tuesday, but I would have the date there, table points. We kind of stopped doing table points this week because it's the last week of school. Over here I have the candy jar, which is really, really, really sad right now. There's 4 pieces of candy. I had an extra one of these, so I would put extra supplies here and extra pencils if kids needed to get them. And then there used to be a computer here as well that I never used for anything. But yeah, and then over here is my classroom library. My sign is falling down, but I'm gonna take that down today anyways. So yeah, sign is falling down, but that's what it looks like before. And then this is the classroom library, and there's some STEM toys here for when we had free time or if they earned it. And then this huge wall is where I used to have all of their anchor charts up. So I have it for reading, vocabulary, and writing. Now I didn't really put that much up for writing, and I ended up using this space over here to like display their book reviews that they would do during their free time. And then I have another table here that was used for small groups or if kids wanted to work over here. Then we have a bathroom here. This is all my decor. I have the birthdays up here. As we can see, I'm cleaning up because I have a bunch of stuff in the trash can. The kids cleaned out their tables today. A whole bunch of cabinets. So in this cabinet, I just have cleaning supplies, which is not very exciting. I organized their supplies like this. I wanted to show this to you guys because I feel like I did a pretty good job organizing this. I don't remember where I bought these plastic containers, but this was so easy throughout the year. If kids were missing glue sticks, to already have them like out and just grab it and give it to them, then I didn't really have to spend a bunch of time trying to like open a package, find it, whatever. I have so many note cards and then just some extra materials up here. I really honestly don't have much in these cupboards because it was my first year teaching 4th grade, so I just didn't end up with that much stuff, like paper, pencils, random stuff. What do I even have over here? Yeah, I have like nothing in here. One pencil sharpener. And then I had headphones for the kids for when they were working on like iReady and their programs there, and then these are basically empty. There's like some holiday stuff in there, and then I have the teacher edition and curriculum books in here, some extra materials, beanbag that was taken away from the students because they couldn't handle having it. Then in here, like these cabinets are pretty much empty, but I do have, oh yeah, there's actually nothing in here now. But that's what these look like. I used to put their like social studies books, and then the reading books that they were using throughout the year were there, but they've obviously already used all of them. These were their turn-in bins. And then this is just for markers whenever we used it. We've been using it more the past couple days. Have a little globe. That's pretty much the setup of the classroom. I feel like it's very simple. I was going for like calm vibes. There's not much else to show you guys. Like I said, I'm just like cleaning up the classroom now, and I wanted to film this before I took everything down because that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna take all this stuff down, get it put away. Yeah, we have like 3 days after school. But I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this, got maybe a little inspiration from something. And if you have any questions about 4th grade, how this year has been for me, all of those things, I have done a couple day in the life videos, so you can check those out. And if you have questions, just leave them in the comments and I would love to answer them. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.